Good evening, viewers. This is BVI Channel 1 on Matters Arising. We are live and direct. I'm Asuchinot Peters, your host. Today, we're going to be looking at the Soludo spending of Anambra State Fund. As part of our commitment on this platform to ensure that government, heeds and maintains within their electoral promises. And we are here to analyze Soludo's engagement of public fund. The narrative he's bringing on board, is it in line with what GGM, endorsed? When Soludo was out there making campaign, he said he's going to be very prudent and he's going to account for every penny that that's going to be entrusted in his care, and that he will ensure prudence in the management of the state fund, and as well cut down the cost of governance. So we are here to, analyze critically some of his activities, which is boiling down on the manner he is dealing with infrastructural development. Okay, let me quickly bring you our case study of one of the activities of his infrastructural engagement, and we are going to look at it from the perspective of our stance with cost of governance and being prudent with public funds. When I come back, Nubisi and Enugu will be joining me live on this program, and we'll take it up from there. So you stay with me. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Okay, this is Enugu Express Road, and as you can see right here, what I'm looking at is solar panel powered street light that is being installed, as the old ones have been removed by the governor of Anambra State, and pointing out that the old order had been a wastage where diesels are used to power the street light. So you can see the replacement is ongoing. You can see that the work is right there happening. They are replacing the old street light powered by diesel with solar paneled street light. So this could be more economically viable and more sustainable. So we saw it, we decided to bring it to you in line with our commitment to ensure that the governor says what he does and does what he says, that he will be prudent with the management of resources of Anambra State, and this could be one of it. In fact, this is one of it, and we are bringing it to you live. This is Obunike by Enugu Onitsha Express Road. See that is the work being done. As you can see, the project is being carried out by the Ministry of Public Utilities. They are the ones carrying out this project on behalf of Anambra State government. It is needless to tell you the importance of this street light panel. These ones have already been changed. You can see These ones are already changed. They have already been installed. More will be installed. These ones are yet to be installed. You can see that. So the old ones are being replaced by solar panel powered street light. What they can start up with one day. Because on the buy all page are posed on the main road. Can amount to ever can swear an Igbo. Mata be konkebele nevia. But anyway, what is your thought about it? We're just bringing you updates as it is happening. You're welcome back. This is still Matters Horizon on BVI Channel 1, and you are live and direct with this station. And I'm also Channel Peters, your host. I want to say this very clearly that we are not here to praising anyone. We are not here to do image laundering for anyone. We are not here to hype for anyone. We are here to say things the way they are for public interest. Many people who are following this platform in the past knew that we are being very objective with everything we present to you on this platform. We are not political. We are not partisan. We are here for public interest. We advocate for good governance. And on that, we stand. Ultimately, the public interest supersedes everything we do on this platform. And so, therefore, we hold the government, not just of Anambra State, not just of the Southeast, but the entire country, to account for the public trust bestowed on them by the electorate, the masses. Because this stance and this track record of successive bad governance in this country have reached its breaking point. And we are committed in raising the subconsciousness of Nigerian people, raising their political awareness and their participation to hold their governments accountable. Now, to what we are talking about tonight. Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, promised in the Anambra State that he was going to be very prudent with spending of public funds. He also promised to cut down the cost of governance and many other promises which GGM, of which I happen to be the leader of GGM, the Archbishop, Good Governance Ministry. I remain the voice of the people, and we are here to give a critical assessment of his administration so far. Very soon, in a couple of days or in about a month or two, he will be a year in office because there is no time. And we keep on giving you an objective review of the activities of government. If they are failing, we say they are failing. If they are doing it right, we say they are doing it right. And also, we bring to the knowledge of the people their own role to ensure good governance, because it is not just about those in government, but also the people have greater responsibility to ensure they have and enjoy good governance. Now, to the record you just watched right now about the installation of solar energy or solar panel street lights, I will tell you, in the past, what we have in the previous administration under Obiano, actually I observed it from Delta State, where the state capital especially was flooded with street lights. Wonderful. Wonderful street lights. Nobody can overemphasize the importance of having street lights, the beauty it brings, and the safety it guarantees for the people where it is being installed. It reduces crime, it beautifies cities, but the manner and the motive driving such infrastructural development had been nothing but greed, and a window to steal and siphon public fund. In the guise, oh, we are providing infrastructure for you. Oh, we are flooding street light everywhere. Wonderful. At what cost? Who is behind it? Now let me bring you straight to the point I'm making here. During the time of Odua, the former governor of Delta State, they flooded Asaba and other towns in Delta State with street lights that is being powered by generator. That is my own concern. I call it development turned upside down. You flood the streets with street light powered by generator, whereas the community are living in darkness. I call it hypocrisy of an infrastructural development. It is a greed of men in government trying to hide under infrastructural development to siphon public fund. If I tell you billions that is being written off in the management of the street lights through diesel power generator to keep the lights on, if I tell you the amount that is being written off and who is behind it, you will marvel. You will crucify some of these people that call themselves your leaders. They are thieves. And all of a sudden, the same practice was witnessed in Anambra State. I witnessed it. If you have been in Anambra State, you will attest to the fact of what I am saying here. That wonderfully well, in fact, this project actually had, I would say, one of the most effective infrastructural development that we witnessed during the Obiano tenure. Wonderful. Every street, every town, every community, including the rural areas, we are all flooded with street lights. Hey! Let us clap for them. They did wonderfully well. Wonderful. Wonderful. Obiano did wonderful. Flooding the whole place with street lights. And on every street, you see where they install generator. Very massive one, big one. They used to power the electricity, the street light. But our people, we never ask at which cost. Who they use us, they do buying and selling. Because I shouted, I screamed at the top of my voice, like the lone voice in the wilderness, saying, this is development turned upside down. This is stealing officially, and we will keep clapping for them. This is wastage of public funds that invariably being cornered by superpowers in power. How can you, in a state that is bleeding, that is struggling financially, you went and start installing diesel-powered electric street lights? And being the person, if I tell you, the people behind the management and supply of the diesel and the billions they made at the expense of the Anambra State, you will marvel. Yes, it beautified Anambra State. Oh, wonderful. It reduced crime at night. At least when you are driving, you can see ahead of you. It also reduced road accidents. Wonderful. But at what cost? For what purpose did it serve ultimately? Because we wouldn't be saying this if we don't have an alternative power, solar panel, street lights. And we have our indigenous people, young grad. In fact, if you give it as an assignment for university students, I can assure you they will deliver a wonderful result. Let me tell you. But because of the greed of men in power, they chose the one they can amass wealth from. But coming down to this very administration, I was just driving by and I saw the installation of another one. Say, they have come again. It seems the old one, they are removing it and they are bringing the new one to continue the stealing, because that is what I call it. Stealing officially, because it's a wastage of public fund that divert or corners into private purses of individuals that are in power. But coming down, when I got there, I saw the people who are installing the street lights, and behold, it is solar panel. And I said, I took a deep breath. I said, finally, I think we're getting it right. So I'm going to bring in my second, who is also an economist, who will do justice to this very discussion. And you can also be part of this deliberation by calling +234-810-4545-533. Nduwisi, you're welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you, Chinedu.
All right. We're talking about the management of public funds. And we are taking our point of departure and case study from the recent installation of solar panel, street lights, as against what we have in the past. Now, give us an overview what you think has been happening with respect to this kind of infrastructural development, where you have diesel being used or power generators being used to power street lights, and other spending, or the cost of governance, or being prudent with spending of public funds. What is your take on it as an economist?
Yeah, thank you, Chinedu, and thank you, our viewers all over the world. I must commend Professor Soludo for that initiative of removing the diesel powered street lighting system in Anambra State. Solar street lighting. Chinedu, uh, as you pointed out, Obiano wasted Anambra scarce resources. The allocation of our scarce resources was never considered, perhaps, was the decision of allocation of our scarce resources was always taken in their bedroom. There was nothing like governance. There was nothing like issue receiving any project before final approval. But in Soludo case, we've seen governance at play. We've seen good governance at play. We've seen Monday weekly meeting, executive meeting, and we've seen how contracts are approved and how money is released. So this issue of food lightening is one among many other laudable initiatives Soludo has taken. In fact, it has shown that a professor is in charge of Anambra State administration. But having said that, I must also acknowledge the fact that Soludo has not met my expectations as an economist because I expected that in the first 3 months or 4 months that Soludo ought to have published the Anambra financial report, that is government statement of account, and as in regards the previous administration that he took over. He ought to have shown the people of Anambra State where they were financially as at March, as at March 17th, and going forward, his projection. Of course, his projection is seen in his amended budget of 2022. But nobody, not me, unless somebody else has seen it, Obiano financial record. For instance, I've been asking questions on the how much that was spent in building Anambra State Airport. Up to this moment, nobody has given me that information. Not even people in government. They will always refer me to visit their website page. But even in their website, it's nowhere to be found. Though Chinedu is outside your discussion, just acknowledge that the street lighting system is a cost saving initiative, and it is sustainable in the sense that cost of maintenance will be brought to minimum, unlike what we have during Obiano administration. Thank you, Chinedu.
All right.
Let me stand back.
Okay. You've talked about Soludo not meeting with we are meeting up with your standard or your expectation with respect to
Mm.
taxation. Or, I mean, with respect of financial records. Now, what about taxation? What is your expectation? And what? How do you see? Because wherever you see Soludo handling a project, just like the time of Willie Obiano, you will say Willie is working. Now, no, Soludo
Mm.
will say solution is here. Your tax at work or your tax money is working, and the rest of them. Now, what is your assessment about Soludo's policies, especially regarding taxation and how it's being collected?
Yeah, thank you, Chinedu. I've already made my opinion known on taxation, but for the sake of repeating it for our viewers across the world that maybe just program, I will repeat this taxation policy is anti ordinary people. It's against expectation of the ordinary people. Already did not meet the expectation of the ordinary people. Nobody likes paying tax world over, but taxation policy should be such that it is supposed to be encouraging productivity, is supposed to encourage participation. People ought to pay tax willingly to support their government. And it is the responsibility of any government, to win the support and the trust of the people. Once that trust is won, people will willingly pay their tax as their obligation to the state. And Chinedu, I must tell you that Igbo people in general are hardworking people. And these people always support their government. These people always want to be seen to be part of the government. I could remember those early days, early 80s, late 70s, when I was a young man or a young guy. I've always seen my father judiciously and religiously meeting his tax obligation. He is always conscious of his obligation to government to pay it timely. He is doing it because he believed that his tax will be used to develop the state, and that to a very large extent indicated that he has confidence and a trust in what is happening in public sector. You know, but today, what I expected Soludo to do, going with the situation of things when he came in, of course, there were deficit, trust deficit, insecurities, frustration here and there. People were just not okay with the way governance is done in this part of the world. People hardly trust what government is saying. So what I expected him is whoever is managing his attack office, I expected a total review. You know, I expected a tax policy that should be people user friendly, or rather people friendly. You know, I will not end this contribution without making a particular instance or reference. I've always used transport, road users, and Okada drivers, keke drivers as my case illustration, or to make my point, or to illustrate the point I was trying to make. Just this week, I went somewhere where I used to pay 100 naira, but do you know that I was charged 400 naira? Then I started asking. The driver told me that the cost of fuel has gone up. One, he said the governor task force team were harassing them, arresting them. I asked him why. He said, of course, their shuttle bus, what they used to pay has been increased. They're expected to pay 25,000 naira every month. Is it 20 or 25,000 naira every month? And if you fail to pay, the task force will arrest you, pick your vehicle, and stop you from working. So because of those things, the drivers do not have any other choice than to increase cost of transportation by 200%. And who is bearing the brunt? It is the ordinary people like me. I said from 100 naira to 400 naira. Even when I go to the venue, n- normally I used to pay a drop, ticket drop 200 naira. The ticket per man, you said instead of 200 naira, that I should pay 600 naira. You could imagine the increment. It's not just because of it's because of tax policy of the state. I expected an economist, a professor of economics, to intervene at this point in time.
Yeah.
He does not have control over the cost of fuel. To a very large extent, but he can set a task force to look at what marketers are doing, just like I've seen some of them doing. Because some people are selling it 320 naira per liter. In some other places, it's 180 something per liter, like the NMPC, or or some marketers are selling at 220 naira per liter. I wouldn't know whether subsidy has been removed. A responsible government supposed to respond with tax policy that should be able to alleviate the suffering of the masses. But I'm not seeing it happening in Soludo administration. That is my source of frustration and disappointment. Because government is no longer about building roads. Government use broadcast policy to intervene in solving societal problems. You know, there are so many places, there are so many avenues of making money in this state, Anambra State. In Onitsha alone, government can raise up to 5 billion, 4 billion naira. This is not rocket science. Chinedu. Uh, Meanwhile, let me stop here, or maybe others can come in and contribute.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, you have made a very important point, and I think that is it for now. We'll get back to you in case we need you to address some other issues. For some people, they are complaining about the sound. We hope that we're going to fix the sound. The noise is just quite disturbing, but we believe that it's coming from the call lines. But nevertheless, the network is not also friendly, but we are going to continue braving it. If you want to make contribution on this program, you can call +234-810-4545-533. Okay, we are seeing your message about the sound problem, and and I believe you are going to bear with us. There are a lot of things that are working um, against institutions like us, like ours, especially when it got to do with network. Network in Nigeria is horrible, and with respect to other equipment, we're trying to maintain within our means. But we appreciate every one of you who have been supportive. We thank you. We want to quickly acknowledge some people who have come here. We have Alfaziba Yahuda. If I don't get your name correctly, please forgive. We appreciate you and your contributions here. We sincerely appreciate your contributions on this platform. God bless you. We also have Black Gold. We thank you for your comment, prompting us on the sound. We hope that the sound is better and you can actually hear us well. We also have Mayan and Mary, um, Whiskey Henry, Wasky Henry. Sorry. We thank you for that. We appreciate. We are going to make sure that probably by next week we will try to see that we improve on our network service. I mean, the internet service we are using. We are trying everything possible. You wouldn't believe the number of network service provider we are using right now to stream, but yet we are getting very poor services. But what can we do? That's why we are committed to ensuring that we have a system that is working, that what you pay for is what you get. Thank you, those of you who are watching or who have watched so far. I don't want this program to take too long. Like I promised you all, that next week we will begin our full blown um, live streaming where you are expected to call, drop your comments, and be part of the conversation that we are making. Just take these ones as an intro to this year's program, which is loaded. We are loaded with a lot of programs that will add value to your life. If you have not subscribed on this channel, please help or just click on the subscription button and stay connected to this voice. I'm Asuchid Peters. I'm signing out, saying stay blessed and stay safe at all times. Until I come back next week, be safe. Bye bye for now.